Hello, hello, and welcome back to the C Morning Show. As promised, this is the time for talk show.
Yeah.
And our first one, as the World Diabetes Day falls annually on November 14, we want to bring more light to this disease. And 537 million individuals around the world live with this potentially fatal disease in 2021. And this figure is predicted to rise to 643 million in 2030 and 783 million in 2045.
Yeah, meanwhile, according to the International Diabetes Federation, or IDF, Indonesia is the fifth most diabetic country with 19.5 million patients in 2021. And this is predicted to reach 28.6 million by 2045. Now, this has raised alarms at the health ministry since diabetes mellitus is the mother of all diseases and ranks among the top 3 leading causes of death in Indonesia. And according to the data from the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation, DM had the third highest mortality rate in 2019 with an average rate of around 57.42 deaths per 100,000 population.
All right, now let's chat about this, about diabetes and how we can prevent from contracting the disease. And let's welcome internist Dr. Ariska Sinaga. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
Hello.
It's great to have you here, especially to commemorate the World Diabetes Day tomorrow at 14. So, okay, first of all, why is it diabetes is one of the most fatality rate in the world?
Okay, diabetes itself is a chronic disease. It's a metabolic disease characterized by the hyperglycemia or increased blood glucose. Increased blood glucose, and it is also can cause the multiple organ damage.
Okay, all right.
It can
Complication,
cause
right?
Complication. It can affect the eyes, heart, the brain, and also the kidney.
I see.
We can safely say that 1 out of 10 individual in Indonesia, adult individual, having diabetes. And for more than 70% of them are undiagnosed.
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 Okay, how come that this figure that you mentioned is undiagnosed? How did this happen? In our lives, because we know that the complications are very real.
Because there are several things like decreases of the awareness and also the access to the medical services. That's all.
Okay, now speaking of diabetes, we already mentioned about the rate in Indonesia, but why is it becoming such a problem in Indonesia? Is it because we like to consume sugars or
Lifestyle, huh?
the lifestyle?
The lifestyle.
Okay.
Yes, mainly the lifestyle. They lack of physical activity,
Oh, okay.
unhealthy diet, smoking,
Okay.
consuming alcohol.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So, like you mentioned, undiagnosed, which means most of them actually reached a certain level to acknowledge the disease, right?
Yes.
So, okay, let's pull back a little bit. Like, how do we detect diabetes from the start or from the beginning?
At the beginning, the sign and symptom may be unrecognizable.
All right.
Oh, yeah?
But we have classical symptoms of diabetes such as polyuria or frequent urination, and then increased thirst or increased hunger, fatigue, multiple times getting infected by like respiratory infection or urinary tract infection,
Oh, okay.
numbness, tingling, sensation on your hands, on your feet.
But sweating, sweating hands, not something like that? No.
No, not sweating, but
Okay.
the unexplained weight loss.
All right.
Without doing
that happens.
any exercise, without taking a healthy diet, you lose weight.
I see. How about sleep patterns? Does it have any effect in sleep patterns?
Yes, it can make the person with diabetes having insomnia.
Oh, I see. All right. Now, we mentioned about diabetes mellitus, but can you explain more about the types of diabetes
Okay,
that maybe...
we have 4 types of diabetes based on the etiology or based on the cause of the diabetes. Number 1 is type 1 diabetes. This is mainly diabetes occurs in younger age.
Okay.
in children and also in young adults.
In children.
Children.
Okay.
This happened because of the autoimmune process inside the body.
Okay.
So our body attacks the pancreas, so the pancreas cannot produce insulin at all.
Oh, okay. Is it hereditary or?
This is hereditary,
Okay.
mainly hereditary. And then the second one is type 2 diabetes. The type 2 diabetes is the most prevalent diabetes. For more than 90% of patients with diabetes is type 2 diabetes.
Type 2.
Okay.
Type 2 diabetes caused by the insulin resistance,
Okay.
where the body cannot use insulin, so they cannot use the blood glucose as it used to be.
Okay. And then type 3?
There's no type 3, but
Okay.
the gestational diabetes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. When you're pregnant,
Yes,
right?
when you're pregnant during the second or third trimester, you have the insulin resistance. This condition is temporary until you give birth to the baby.
Okay.
But you have to be careful. Mothers who had gestational diabetes are at risk for having diabetes in her later life.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I see.
But those types, is it different with level of the diabetes? Because I'm like staging.
There's no staging of diabetes.
All right. Okay.
But we only talks about the complication
Okay.
of diabetes.
So can you explain more about the complication mostly?
The complication of diabetes can be life-threatening. The one of the most serious complication of diabetes is the cardiovascular disease. These cardiovascular disease such as stroke, heart attack, or peripheral arterial disease, it can cause something debilitated to the future of the patient with the diabetes.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, now as someone that is very health conscious, I really want to know what are the treatments for diabetes in the early stages if you found out that you have diabetes, and what are the things that you can take, to prevent this from happening?
Diabetes type 2 is highly preventable.
Okay.
It's highly preventable through lifestyle.
Okay.
Through lifestyle.
Healthy lifestyle.
Healthy lifestyle, of course, healthy lifestyle. Diet, healthy diet. So healthy diet is like combination of a carbohydrate, lean protein, fibers, and also healthy fats.
Healthy fats. Okay, such as avocado,
Yes,
olive
avocado,
oil.
olive oil,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
avocado, olive oil, canola oil.
Canola oil, okay.
And then exercise. Exercise, it should be like a combination from the aerobic moderate intensity exercise that should be done 150 minutes per week.
Like a cardio, right?
Yeah, like cardio,
150
running,
minutes.
brisk walking, swimming, cycling, plus the strength.
Strength training.
Yeah, strength training.
Like weightlifting.
Yes, 2 times a week.
2 times a week. Okay, I need
times
more
a
then.
Okay, so how
I
many
only do
times?
once a week.
How many times do we need to work out every week? Is it 4 to
3 to 5 days in a week.
Okay,
All right.
You can skip on a weekend.
okay. You
Okay.
need rest day.
Rest
Yes,
day.
you need
All
rest
right.
day.
So among all the patients that you have been treated, like you said, it's now actually targeting younger people
Yeah.
these days. So how this can be a problem at the moment, according to you?
Okay, younger people at the age of 20 or 30s
Yeah.
are coming to my office with diabetes. Most of them, they do not have any family history of diabetes.
Okay.
So it's because of the lifestyle.
Yes, it's because of the lifestyle.
Wow. Okay. All right. Can you explain more? What is it that they're doing that makes them,
They're
have this
becoming
thing?
obese.
Okay.
They eat unhealthy, no specific exercise, and then they smoke. They lack of sleep, and then most of them are not working. Yeah, they don't have quite enough income
Oh, okay.
access for the health services.
Okay.
I see.
But among all these young people that you've been treated, mostly in what stage actually?
In an early stage.
Early stage.
Early stage.
Okay.
Because they mainly find out they have diabetes from their medical checkups.
Okay.
Okay, so what can they take? What are the treatments for
The
these
treatment of
patients?
diabetes, lifestyle changes,
Yeah.
of course, that's
Yeah.
number one. And then the medication, either oral medication or injectable medication like insulin.
Insulin.
Okay.
But we have to give the medication based on the data from the laboratory result.
Oh, okay. So how do they take it? Orally?
Orally, yes. And sometimes when the hemoglobin A1C is very high, I have to pursue them to take insulin.
Okay.
To
Through
regulate,
injection?
Yeah, injection to regulate their blood glucose fast.
Okay, especially if you, speaking of eating habit, right? Some people actually have a certain habit, for example, for breakfast, people actually tend to eat cereal. But of course, nowadays with the health conscious, we tend to read in the back of the package
Yeah.
about all the
That's
consumption
good.
there. But what do you think we should do, especially to change our habits in terms of breakfast? Because cereal is one of the common thing to eat, right?
Like I said before, it should be a balanced diet between the carbohydrate, protein, fats, and fibers. So if you want to take a breakfast, you have to have those components. You can have like a quite heavy breakfast like rice with vegetables, with tempeh. Proteins can come from tempeh, like, or maybe chicken, egg.
Yeah.
I see.
Instead of just taking cereal.
Cereal.
Yes.
Because some cereal has big amount of sugar, right?
Yeah, that's what I
color-
And that's so
One.
nice. It tastes so
Colorful
good.
one, right?
Yeah. Now, I also want to know about diabetes in children because I have a son and he likes his sugar so much, as all
Same here.
children out there. Now, how can we prevent this from, from developing into this disease that is very frightening? To just give him the right amount of sugar. It's okay to have sugar because it's hard for me, as a mom
Yeah, I
to
know.
always kind of like limit,
No,
limit
yeah.
his sugar intake. So how many intakes of sugar that is considered healthy?
I forget the number, yeah. But you have to avoid the refined sugar and
Okay.
sugary drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sugary drink, that should not be the option, yeah. Shouldn't be the option. You should forget the sugary drink.
Okay.
And then the more like simple carbohydrates like chips. You have to skip chips.
Oh my God, that's hard.
Once in a while, okay. But for the better future, please skip.
Okay. Should have
Yeah.
avoided.
Like for example, I'm a coffee drinker. Like way back, I used to drink like cappuccino with sugar, latte
Yeah.
with sugar. But then I tend to change my habit. Now black, no sugar.
Yeah.
But how do we manage our sugar management to our daily life?
Okay, sugar management. So when you go to the restaurant, when you want to eat, skip the sugar. If you can get the option without sugar, take the option.
Okay.
Always take the option.
Okay.
And then you have also to, you should also pay attention to your portion.
Okay.
Because even though the carbohydrate is low glycemic index, you shouldn't take it too much.
Okay.
Because overeating also causes diabetes.
Really? How about scheduling? Because I heard that the right schedule, for a patient with diabetes, because my mom has diabetes.
Yes.
So I always call her to check, have you eat your lunch? Because you need to eat your lunch on schedule, right?
Yes, they have to have the schedule.
Okay.
They need to have the schedule. Because diabetes, it's not related to I'm not eating, so my diabetes will be okay. No, it's not like that. Diabetician has to have their schedule of eating.
Okay.
Okay.
Right time.
How about for people who actually have the bad part of the bad type of diabetes? What kind of treatment other than changing our lifestyle?
Depending on the complication, if she or he has like a heart attack or special problems to the heart or to the brain, The other specialists like cardiologists also manage the patient.
Okay.
Okay. So I also want to know, you've talked about sugar intakes and how we need to limit our sugar intakes. But if we switch it to, there are stevia or...
That's good.
Is it okay? Is it
That's
better?
good, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Because sometimes I feel like it's so artificial that I don't want to take it.
The taste is artificial, but it is better.
It's better?
Yes.
Okay.
For
All right.
someone who cannot take away the sweetness of the sugar, you can always stay with stevia.
Okay. All right.
Okay, and you also mentioned before on air that the habit that we tend to do actually run to our children as well.
Yes.
So if you speak about hereditary, it's not only about genetics,
Yes.
but also about the habit.
Yeah.
So can you explain more about it?
The diabetes has a genetic influence. So when your parents, like your mother or your father, have diabetes, you have 30 to 40% risk of having diabetes.
Ouch. Okay.
But genetic is not the only factors. Lifestyle is crucial also.
Yeah, I believe that.
Crucial also. During your lifestyle, maybe you always take tea with 3 spoonfuls of sugar, and this habit will be passed to your children.
Because they see it every day.
Yeah, they see your father like that. They see you every day, then she or he will have this habit later on her life.
Yeah, I believe that. That's why my son always asks me, Ibu, why you never have any ice cream? Why don't you like ice cream? I like ice cream, but it's not healthy for me, so I'm not having ice cream.
Yeah,
so I need to
that's good.
explain to him.
That would be different with me because I love ice cream. Because that's why now my wife try to manage how many ice cream I have in each week.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Never had any. All right. So, what are your hopes for this World Diabetes Day 2024?
I hope that all of us, either we have diabetes or not, we always pursue the healthy lifestyle
Yes.
in the future, because it is proven that healthy lifestyle can prevent diabetes and also treat diabetes.
Okay.
And the complication is really, really bad.
Yeah, and the complication is really bad because it can develop to another organs,
Yeah. Okay.
vital organs inside our body.
Okay.
All right.
So no sugar today. Thank you so much, doctor, for coming
Yes,
in.
no sugar today.
Thank you, Dr. Riska, for sharing the knowledge here.
I'm glad.
Again, thank you. So now let's take a short break. When we come back, we have more interesting stories from around the world. So stay tuned on the C Morning Show, only on C Today.